Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii, and in this video I'm gonna show you the best locations to do car meets in GTA Online. There are a lot of really nice and cool looking places to do car meets in this game, and in this video I'm gonna show you the best spots that for some you might have actually not known about. So let's start with the most obvious one, which is the LS car meet. Now the reason I'm starting with this one, not only because it's extremely obvious, because it is the one and only completely safe space to do a car meet in GTA Online. If you're worried about getting grief, then this is the place for you, because no one can blow anything up inside of here. So what you would actually do to start an organized one is go up to Mimi right here in the back of this van, press right D-pad to speak to her, and then start a takeover. It costs $50,000 for everybody. Besides GTA Plus members, they actually get a 50% discount, so it only costs, I believe, $25,000 for them. And then through the interaction menu, you can invite all of your friends to your takeover. It's a really cool spot to do car meets. Not the greatest lighting in some areas in my opinion, but I mean, it's a very sick place. Let's move on to the outside locations, which we can be a lot more creative with. First location is going to be this parking lot in the hood of the gang. So not the most friendly place, just because someone could accidentally make the gang members angry and then they start shooting everybody. But this is one location. Here is the exact spot of it on the map. It's on the south side. I've actually never done one here, but I imagine it would be pretty cool. There's enough spots for, I would say, roughly 20 cars. Another cool parking area is very close to the last location. Here is the spot of it on the map. Big of a car meet. There's also, I would say, about 20 spots in this one. Hands down, one of the biggest and best areas to do a car meet is right next to the arena workshop. This can easily fit up to like 50 players, even though that's well over the max amount of players you can have in a session. So not only do you have this parking lot, but if you cross the street, you have another parking lot right over here. And then conveniently enough, if we go under this bridge, guess what? We have yet another huge parking lot. So there's so many parking spaces next to the arena. Another really good area is going to be by the airport. This is the exact location of it. You never really see car meets here, I guess because it is a shaded area. It's got a lot of covers on it. So if it's raining, I guess it could be a good location. If it's sunny, I guess you'd rather not have covers, but there's a lot of parking spaces and it's completely empty. Another spot I'll briefly go over is these two very big parking lots at LSIA. You can either do it on the top floor or inside of one of these. That one setting wise isn't the greatest though, so let's move on to a place which is actually one of my favorite. I've only been in a car meet a select few times at this location, so I'm talking about the pier and this exact spot right over here. This is such a good spot to do a car meet, especially during daytime like right now, or even during nighttime. This could be a great spot. I really like this location. It's right next to the beach. It's very picturesque, so if you want to take a screenshot here, this would be a beautiful place to do that. Crossing to the other side of the pier, we have this gigantic parking lot. If I had to guess, this is the biggest parking lot in the game. That's not a parking garage, that is, but you can easily fit like 100, if not more than 100 cars, even though that's not really relevant since you can't have 100 players in a session. This one's a huge one. It's right next to the beach. Both of these two locations are probably some of the best spots you can possibly have a car meet. Let's move on to the next one. The in-game movie premiere area is also a great location. So if you enter right there and then turn left, you have a smaller parking area. So I guess you can move these two cars. If you have a very small car meet, this could actually be a decent spot. I guess you can also have one across the road in this area, even though this isn't the cleanest looking place, I have to say. Another place which is absolutely beautiful looking in the daytime is right next to the golf course. So there's a lot of parking spaces. You can definitely fit like 20 people here. I think it looks very nice in front of the golf course with the American flag right there. This is another very good place for screenshots. And right next to this place, we have a super popular place to do car meets. At least I've done a good amount here. Again, not having too many people here, you could definitely fit like 10 cars, whether you want to park them here or also you could just park around this roundabout. Now getting into the most OG and probably the #1 most popular spot to do car meets, and that's right next to the main Los Santos Customs in the city. I've done so many car meets over the years, and when the game first came out, this was definitely the only spot people would go to for a car meet. It's definitely not the biggest just because you have about 10 parking spots right here, but then people could also park their cars on this side. Definitely the #1 most popular car meet location to do ever. Then if we go into the Rockford Plaza, we do have a parking area right over here on the side. Having your car in the center of this thing with the cool looking lighting on the top makes it seem like a podium vehicle. So if you got the best car in a car meet, definitely definitely put it in the center. Another very popular location is to do a car meet in this huge parking lot right next to the casino. There's so much space to do them here, and you can do it both in daytime or nighttime. This is actually a very cool spot to do in nighttime too, just because the casino lights up, and it could be a pretty cool background for it, and there's some decent lighting during nighttime. Now those are the locations I mainly wanted to go over in the city. Now if we go outside the city a bit, we have a very nice parking area right next to this performing place. I guess this is a concert stage where no one really goes here. I haven't seen anyone be in this area in so long in GTA Online, but it's got a pretty nice parking lot next to it. I do like the hills around, but an even better place outside the city is gonna be in a huge mansion, one of the biggest mansions in the whole game. This mansion right over here, let me show you guys the exact location of it on the map. It's in Vinewood Hills. It's got a huge parking area. I don't know why it's got so much land just for these two little garages right here. The fact that you're doing a car meet in a beautiful mansion like this one is definitely a flex. One of the most beautiful places you can have a car meet, and it used to be a lot more popular back in the day, next to the observatory. This is the exact location. Not only do you have a beautiful view of the entire city if you go over here, but you also have a good amount of places to park some vehicles. I believe you have probably around 20 spots in this one as well. That is yet another location back there. Let's move on to another one, which is going to be even farther from the city. Here is a spot in the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit left of Sandy Shores Airfield. This parking lot in front of this pharmacy is another decent spot. You can fit a good amount of vehicles, and I would say if you're doing an off-road meet or like a truck meet, you would probably want to go outside the city for that. So a spot like this would be pretty fitting. I don't know why, but way back in the day when I started playing GTA Online, someone actually did a car meet next to the prison. This isn't a very good area, but if for whatever reason you want to do a car meet in front of the prison, there is a good amount of space for it. This parking lot is so nostalgic in front of this pub or whatever this place is. This is the exact location of it. It's very close to Sandy Shores Airfield, and I've done a car meet here way long ago when I first started playing GTA Online many years ago. It was mainly a truck slash off-road meet, so if you're gonna do one here, definitely recommend doing something that actually fits the theme of this place. These next couple locations are gonna be in the middle of absolutely nowhere. There's a lot of parking spaces next to Humane Labs. Again, it is different if that's what you're looking for. It's got a lot of pretty cool looking mountains around it. During daytime, it is much better, obviously, but I mean, it's turning nighttime in game right now. Let's move on to another spot that's in the middle of nowhere. Surprisingly, I actually remember doing a car meet here when I was a kid first starting to play GTA Online. I don't even know exactly what you call this place, but it's got a decent parking lot right over here. Again, these places look much better during daytime, but you also have this parking area, and now that I'm here during nighttime, there's actually some very solid lighting. I never really go here during nighttime, but there's actually some solid lighting. This is a pretty solid spot even during nighttime. Let's move on to another place which is not too far away. It's also next to the highway, and it's gonna be at this gas station, so it's right in between the two highways on the very right side of the map. And here you can either park up your vehicles right next to the pumps, or you can actually have the designated parking spots. For some reason, there's a lot of good spots for a car meet on the right side of the map. We're just going one by one, and here is yet another place next to this chemical lab. I think I've done a car meet here maybe one time ever, so it's a very unique spot. No one really goes here that much. Let me know your absolute favorite spot to do a car meet in GTA Online, and let me know if I've missed any in this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new with the bell on so you don't miss any more awesome videos like these. You do not want to miss some. Click the video on screen now for the most fun things you can do in GTA Online if you're bored. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.